Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online, where we get curious about the world. We've all learned about evolution, the grand, slow march of natural selection shaping life over millions of years. But what if I told you there's another evolutionary force at play? A kind of biological superpower that allows organisms to transform in response to their world within a single generation, and even pass those changes on to their children, all without changing a single letter of their DNA code. Today, we're diving into the mind-bending world of epigenetic adaptation. So, what exactly is epigenetics? Think of your DNA as a vast library, containing all the instruction manuals for building and running you. Traditional evolution is the slow process of writing and rewriting those books over eons. Epigenetics, on the other hand, is like a team of super-efficient librarians. They don't change the text in the books. Instead, they run around deciding which books get read, when, and how loudly. They use a kind of molecular post-it note system to highlight some passages and mark others as do not read. These post-it notes are real chemical tags. One of the most studied is called DNA methylation, which can stick a silent sticker directly onto a gene, effectively turning it off. Another mechanism involves modifying the proteins that DNA is wrapped around, called histones. These modifications can either coil the DNA up super tight, hiding the genes away, or loosen the coil to open them up for use. Together, these systems create a whole other layer of information on top of our genes, called the epigenome. And the true power of this system is its incredible speed. While genetic evolution unfolds over vast timescales, epigenetic changes can be triggered by the environment, allowing for almost instant adjustments. Imagine a plant that suddenly finds itself in a drought. It can't afford to wait hundreds of generations for a lucky genetic mutation for drought resistance. Instead, epigenetics allows the plant to quickly change the expression of its genes, turning on those related to water retention and stress response, giving it a fighting chance to survive right now. We see this in the animal kingdom too. It's thought to be a key reason why invasive species can thrive so well in new places, even when they have low genetic diversity. They use epigenetics to rapidly adapt to new challenges. Now, here is where things get really fascinating and a little controversial. It's the idea that these environmentally triggered changes can be passed down to the next generation. This is called transgenerational epigenetic inheritance. For this to happen, the epigenetic marks have to be set in the sperm or egg cells and somehow survive the massive reset that usually happens after fertilization. One classic example comes from studies on rats. Research has shown that how much a mother rat licks and grooms her pups can induce epigenetic changes in the pups' brains that affect how they respond to stress for their entire lives. In some cases, these traits even appear to be passed down to the next generation. It's like inheriting a memory of your parents' environment. And this isn't just for plants and rats, it's happening in us right now. Our lifestyle, our diet, our stress levels, and our exposure to pollutants can all leave lasting marks on our epigenome. Some studies even suggest a father's diet before conception can influence the health of his children. But here's the hopeful part. Because these marks aren't permanent changes to the DNA sequence, they are potentially reversible. This has opened up a thrilling new frontier in medicine. Scientists are now developing epigenetic drugs that can erase or rewrite these marks to treat diseases like cancer. So it's really important to understand that epigenetic adaptation doesn't replace Darwinian evolution. It adds a new, exciting layer of complexity. Epigenetics is the rapid response team that helps a population survive an immediate challenge, essentially buying time for the slower, more permanent process of genetic adaptation to catch up. In the end, the story of life is far more dynamic than we once thought. We're not just carriers of a fixed genetic code. We have a second layer of information, the epigenome, that is in constant conversation with our world, allowing for rapid change and inherited experiences. The latest research, using powerful tools like artificial intelligence, promises to unlock even more secrets of this amazing field, potentially revolutionizing everything from medicine to conservation. Life, it turns out, is not just about the instruction manual you're given, but also about the incredible, ever-changing story of how it's read. Thanks for listening to G Fun Facts Online.